All right, back to today. I kind of over talked a little bit about GTA 5 and all that stuff, so I'm gonna try to start over. But so to summarize, yesterday all of us thought it was gonna be a quiet day yesterday. It was not. Jeannie was there, and we were like, "Why? I thought you weren't with us on Wednesdays. I thought you were with Deb on Wednesdays. Like, why are you with us?" You know what I mean? So when she was like, "Oh, I'm with you guys today," and all that, I was like, "Fun, great." If I get to the mood of shit talking, then it's a step that I'm a little more aggravated than the average day. You know, like I get irritated with her, but normally I'm quiet. You know, but yesterday, man, I just see what happened was she got on my nerves because on Monday, like I said, about saying I'm trying to be controlling, I'm trying to be a man, like be the lead, because I tried warning her that she's gonna break the mop bucket, right? Somehow she's telling people false bullshit, and Kyle at least, and Kyle told me, and I was just like, what a bitch, you know what I mean? But anyway, you know, that's why I was irritated yesterday mainly. But you know, when she was with us, I just was like, oh man, like come on, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, yeah, yesterday I was just like, fun, great, you know, like, awesome, you're with us. So, I just really tried to shut my mouth majority of the day. It's to the point to where now when she tries to ask people is anybody going to take care of blah, 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 I'm just like, you can. You know? You can do it. Right? But anyway, so, what started it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. She told me, this is where it kind of got irritating, but I get it. If you stress eat, I'm sorry. It's bad. I know what it's like to stress eat. So, you know, I'm not like trying to attack people who stress eat, because life is hard. You know what I mean? Life is stressful. But the shit she's been telling me that she's been eating, bro, it's like she's purposefully making herself go to the bathroom. But I get it. Stress eating's a motherfucker, you know? It is. It sucks. But like, you know, don't do it to where it affects your work and then everyone else has to pick up the heavy weight for you, you know? I used to stress eat, but it would just come back for a snack once every while. It would not be a pizza with spaghetti and then a whole fat ass breakfast in the morning, you know what I mean? With coffee, which has a natural laxative in it. You know, it's just like, it's like, no, if I go to the bathroom, it's just because I can't go at home. You know what I mean? If I go to the bathroom at work, I told Kyle, but it wasn't to get personal. It was just because I was irritated about that. It's just like, if I go to the bathroom, it's just because I can't go at home. You know what I mean? Like it's not even to waste time. It's not even, you know, so you know, I'm not going to explain when I go to the bathroom, but like, you know, it's just because I ran out of time before I could leave, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, yeah, that's what kind of began the whole irritated thing, was when she openly told me about that. And I told Kyle about it, and Kyle got irritated. He was like, she knows not to be doing this and doing that. And I'm like, oh, okay, so she's just deliberately fucking making herself go to the bathroom, you know, right? So then, when we were in the third and final room, there's the outpatient, the pharmacy, and then the inpatient. That's the order that it's in. And then the kitchen and all that. And then the dining hall. Those are the 5 rooms we go in during the day. So I was getting ready to grab more bags, and she was like, oh, I was getting ready to take it out. I told her, you're so kind. You're too kind for that. she's such a bitch and a smartass. But to be fair, I made a smartass remark. That was my first smartass remark. And she was like, "That's my job. You know, that's what I'm here for. That's my job." I'm just thinking you're doing it. I don't know what you're doing worse. You're either being worse at being nice or you're being worse at your actual fucking job, right? And it's not my place to be judging people on that. It's not. But I hate picking up after people. I hate people who don't have consideration. I don't hate the person, but, you know, who she doesn't have consideration for her coworkers. She's only out to get it done for whatever done for herself and then leave the rest to pick up the pieces. And that pisses me off. Because it's just like, bro, I'm trying to do my share. Don't make people try to pick up pieces for your share, you know, just because you don't want to do it. Or you have an excuse that it's too heavy or it's this. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just like, bro, stop. I'm at the gate, so I'm going to pause it here real fast. All right. My voice didn't crack this time. That was, yesterday, I was like, good morning. You know, I was just like, fuck, man. Probably because of me talking on this video, right? So, but anyway, yeah, you know, so she was like, that's my job, that's me. That irritated me even more. I'm like, okay, you're a bitch and you can't do your job right. So that's two jobs you're not really doing a good job at, right? So then, I also proved Kyle a point, because I told her first thing in the morning, I was like, you never carry this black bin, you know? And she was like, well, when it gets full, I'll carry it next time. So I sat there when it was full to be taken down from the outpatient room, which is the first room, and I stood there and watched Jeannie. I'm like, kind of like walking away from the bin, like, and I told Kyle I was correct. I was correct, and I kept shouting that. I was correct, I was correct, I was correct. And Jeannie was like, what, were you guys talking about me or something? I'm like, no one's talking about you. I just was correct. That's what I told her, implying that you're not going to fucking pick it up. You just wanted to tell me what I wanted to hear, just so I'd shut the fuck up about it. You know? That's what she does. She'll tell you that she'll do something, or she'll get on with something so she can shut you the fuck up about it. That's what she does. Yeah, she'll actually do the things slightly proper because she knows that it's gonna piss someone off. But anyway, I'll get to that in a bit because it gets more interesting. So I was so right about it. I was like, she's not gonna do it, but I didn't tell Kyle that. I just kind of waited for her to grab it because it's full. So take it down, Jeannie, like you said. Nope. She just fucking doesn't the whole day. So I'm like, okay, so you feed people what you want to hear, and then you don't actually do it, and then it's starting to get foggy. And then, like, later on, like I said, she was being a smart ass about being nice, and that's her job. Well, guess what? You're doing a pretty shit job. You're doing a pretty fucking terrible job at being very nice and helpful. You know, you're not doing a very good job. But that also set me to the edge as well. So I didn't talk to her a majority of the time, and every time she'd ask me something like, where's Kyle? Where's Kyle? Where's Kyle? I throw my hands up like dude. And she'd be like, never mind, I'm gonna try to stop. And I'm like, yeah. Because it's just like, what's the point of asking me? I'm not Kyle's keeper. That's what I told her. I'm like, exactly. What's the point of asking me? Because I'm not Kyle's keeper. Like, stop asking me where Kyle is. You know what I mean? So then, it's irritating when she does that, you know? So then after that, we finally finished mopping. Well, she finished first, actually. No, I finished first. And I told her, just wring it out and put it in the bag. Because I put all the other stuff in the bag, and I dumped all the buckets, except for the mop bucket, because Kyle was still using it. But I dumped everything, and I put the dust mop in the bag, and my mop in the bag. So I told Jeannie, the bag's right there, just put your thing in it, and then, if you're done, you're done, right? She did not do that, and she fucking goes to the bathroom. So but she didn't tell nobody, she just walked off. So I was saying that, it's like if anybody has a mop bucket or a mop head, if you could kindly put it in the bag. And Kyle was like, oh, no, I'll get to it. He was like, I'm almost done. And I was like, oh, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about who's actually done would kindly put the fucking mop head in the bag. I didn't cuss, but, I was saying it in that tone, like, would kindly put it in the bag. She looked at me and walked off, went to the bathroom. So I was like, oh my God. Do you not fucking listen? So I grabbed it and I put it in the bag. And when she came back, I told her, I put your mop head in the bag. You're welcome. That's what I told her. And she didn't thank me or nothing. She just kept looking at me with that dumb fucking look on her face. And I was just like, you fucking bitch, man. I'm tired of you. Yeah, but it's a new day. I'm not going to let it get to me. We're probably stuck with her again because it's Thursday. So, probably going to be stuck with her again. But it's just like, oh my God, bro. And I was telling Kyle, this lady is 55. She's 55. Bro. You're 55 and you don't know how to fucking work properly. Like a human being. Or at least do the job. Just do your share, man. I'm not asking you to do my work. Just do your fucking shit so I don't have to do it for you. Like the mop head, picking up her mop head, She wasn't going to do it. And it's just like, bro. And then she does the same thing with the mop again. She's twirling it all the way and close to... I told her, I said this straight up, you're gonna break it. So then I said to her, you know what? I told her straight up, it's your ass if you break it. It's your ass. I told her, I've warned you, and if you break it, it's your ass. And I was mean. I was a little mean about that. But I didn't like get angry with her. I was just like, it's on you. That's what I told her. I was like, it's your ass if you break it. You break it, you're on your own. And Kyle told her the same thing. You're on your own, dude, if you break it. So then she stopped and she explained, she was like, oh, I wasn't trying to turn it all the way. I was just trying to, only twist it once. And I was just like, oh, well, see, it just looked like you were twisting it a lot. Because I was like, because you remember last week when you broke it, right? And she was like, yeah. I was just like, exactly, you don't. I told her, I'm trying to save your skin here from getting in trouble. But she doesn't see it that way. She sees me being a bitch and a bully. And I'm just like, that's why I told her, it's on you, bro. You fuck up, you're on your own. You break it, go for it. So, yeah, in the end, she still doesn't respect me, even though I try to help her out a little bit. I've cleaned for so long. I'm not new to this. You know what I mean? I'm not proud that I have the knowledge for this shit, and that I know cleaning a little more, but it's just like, sure, they've cleaned longer than me here, but that doesn't mean they've cleaned longer than me. They're both relatively new to this still. I'm not, 6 to 7 years of that will do that, But anyway, I'm here, so I'm not going to let what happened yesterday bother me. I'm just not going to talk to Jeannie all that much But I'm not going to be an ass about it, because it's just like, bro, I'm tired of you. You know, like, and then she has the audacity to tell people that we need to learn from her how to do the bathrooms. So I told her this was a long time ago. This is like a month ago or something like that. A month and a half ago. I was like, I've been cleaning for 7 years. I don't need to learn anything from you. That's what I told her. I was like, I don't need to learn anything from you, because, you know, I've been doing this way longer than you have, you know, which was so damn funny, honestly. I was just like, you know, you don't need to, I was just like, you know, this shit is just so bleh, you know what I mean? So, that's one of my coworkers. She's cool. She's dingy as fuck, but anyway. But, yeah, I'm gonna get going with today. So, we're almost done. That's what's gonna keep me up today, you know? It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple to get by. It's just Jeannie just gets the wheels stuck on the cart a little bit, but we get by. But anyways, I'm not gonna be surprised if she's there. I'm not even gonna be the way I was yesterday. You know, I'm just not gonna say anything. So, but anyways, Thursday, September 18th, I'm gonna do what I can to upload those videos. Try not to be too late with it. Bye.